Okay, so I took the headlight off. There's a screw on the top on the left, there's a screw on the top on the right, and there's a screw on the bottom. So you got 1, 2, 3 screws. Let's remove. Those are the 3 right there. And then these 2 hold the handle, the turn signal bar on here and here, and I had to take that bar off to get to that bottom screw right there. So those 2 are the bigger screws that came out to get the bar out of the way. And here's basically where I ran into my first little snag. I don't want to touch these without gloves on because the halogen gloves are very sensitive to oils. But here's what the halogen bulb looks like that I took out, and I replaced it with the LED. It's got 3 prongs on it, and as you can see, there's 3 tabs sticking out, and those will only go in one direction. You can't possibly get it upside down or on its side, left or right. There's only three tabs, and those tabs have to fit up. And the new LED is the same way. It's got 1, 2, and 3 tabs, so it only goes in there one way. So here's my first snag. This is the little rubber shroud that goes over it, waterproof shroud, and then the prongs off the LED. If I can get to that and show it to you. Yeah, those 3 prongs, of course, fit through the 3 little slots there, and that's the waterproofness of that bulb. Keeps the water out. Well, with that fan on there, that's a cooling fan, this little motor on there, I'd have to cut that off in the center and slide that down to circulate that with this boot. And I don't see the logic of doing that if I'm going to have a hole cut in it where the fans are, because it's still going to be open around there, and I think that needs to cool anyhow. That's why the fans are in there. So I'm guessing that I just hold on to that boot. What's the point of cutting that off? That motor is going to be exposed to outside elements anyhow. I mean, it's going to be inside the housing, the light housing, but it's still going to be exposed to humidity and temperature changes. So I figure there's no sense in putting that little boot on there because that's still going to be exposed. And I think it gets better circulation that way too, and help cool the light down. So we're going to leave it go as that. And the only thing we had to do is this little metal. If I can get in closer, you can see it's just a little hook right here. You got to bend this down to pull it off that hook, and then you can flip that up and take the old halogen light off and reinstall it with the LED. So that's where we're at right now.